Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, another brand new day, and me using videos as a method of providing form and structure to an otherwise formless and structureless life. Thumbs up. Past that, I hope your life is going well, and that you have enough form and structure in your life. Definitely a thumbs up. It is a nice day here in Shelton, Washington. I had put paper with masking tape on it across my window where the sun goes across so that it wouldn't, blind me. Over the past 24 hours, 2 of those sheets have fallen off, and I've just realized that. So at some point today, I'm going to have to put that back up there. It's been up there for a few years, so I guess masking tape, in the sun is going to lose its adhesiveness. Thumbs up. But it's a sunny day, and it was nice for walkies last night. It's going to be a nice day today. Ooh, itchy nose. And not just that, it is projected to be in the 80s by this weekend and stay there for a couple days. Oh boy, I had my fan blowing up my body last night, and I was still having, my legs want to cramp issues, so it was fun. I'm gonna have to see if I can get another fan, or I have a fan just outside my door here. Just make sure I move it into the bedroom and set it up to blow on me instead of just down the hall. And then so yay. My nose is really itchy too, so my apologies. Hopefully there's nothing horrendous hanging out of my nose or anything like that. Thumbs up. It is really itchy. Yay. Past that, life is life. One of the biggest things that's happened is, I've mentioned this and it's going on. I am now fully out of my ADHD meds. I am on nothing today. So, yay. I mean, in a way, I don't really feel a lot of any difference at all, because I wasn't on enough to make it so I could focus and concentrate. But it did help slow down the passage of time a little bit. Well, now I've got none of that, so it's going to be, time is going to start zooming again, and I'm going to be completely unable to focus on anything until my prescription shows up. Now, my appointment was just last week, so if my appointment was on Monday, that's figure Monday and Tuesday for her to finally get it done, and then mail it, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then, of course, only the mail works over the weekend, but no other place does in the federal government. So then it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to get into the mail. Or, well, they have to process it there. So my apologies. That's 2 days to process it, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And we're only on Wednesday. So it's going to be realistically at the earliest about Monday before it shows up. So it's going to be fun. Back to where I was last month. It's not a tragedy. It's not horrible. I've just gotten used to things moving a lot slower. But now they're not going to. Oh well. Life is life. I'm back to like I said, where I was a month ago. So no great loss until the meds show up. Now, though, one of the things I wanted to talk about also ties in with this other thing that I watched. There is a channel called Brew, and it is a bit of product. It's from a company, and it's all just product, even though they try to present themselves as just a small group of this and that. It's like, no, it's a larger media thing. It's just product. But occasionally they do a pretty good job with their product, and I like the voice actors that they use for their videos, so it's fine, it's good. But they were talking about caffeine. And yes, caffeine can be very dangerous. There was the story they told in this video about this young girl, 17 years old, drank 7 cups of double espresso coffee. And she had only thought that it was single stuff, so they were already double shots, but it was actually double stuff, so instead of each of them being 1 shot, they were 4. And she drank 7 of those. And she was laughing and crying and jittering, and just for a day and some odd, her body was just out of control. So caffeine can prompt bad reactions from your body. Now, for a lethal dosage, it's incredibly high. You have to take like 150 milligrams of caffeine for every kilogram of weight in your body. And at my weight, that's like 80 some odd, because I'm like 215 right now. That's 215 with clothing, so that's 205 without. So, and that is like 80 some odd kilograms, but that's like 14,000 milligrams of caffeine would be necessary to kill me then. You can have horrible negative effects before that, of course, like that one gal who drank all that caffeine and it just jittered and laughing and crying, etc., etc. But as well, for the past month, taking the methylphenidate hydrochloride, it is a stimulant. But my ADHD is such that taking methylphenidate hydrochloride and hammering down caffeine tablets, my pulse went up to between 55 and 59. That's what my resting pulse is. It's between 55 and 59. When I'm on a lot of caffeine, like 400 milligrams of caffeine and 20 milligrams of methylphenidate hydrochloride, my pulse is up to 59. So I'm not too worried personally about, there is a danger level on the caffeine. I don't know about my blood pressure, but if my pulse is that low, I can't imagine my blood pressure is high, but it can happen. So who knows? I need to get that taken somewhere, somehow. But my pulse is not going up in the slightest with any of this. And I take 200 milligram caffeine tablets, and I take those about 7-8 times a day. And I take another one before I go to bed, because if I don't sleep. Caffeine produces, well, it doesn't produce, but when it hits your brain, it produces dopamine. And dopamine is the reward neurotransmitter. It makes you feel good. That's one of the reasons you like to listen to songs that you've listened to before. When you listen to a song you've heard before, your brain releases dopamine and you feel good. So, I did find out even more though from this video about caffeine. I've mentioned before, one of the reasons that we get tired, we get sleepy, is when you use your muscles and when you think, your body produces a hormone, adenosine. And in your brain, you have adenosine receptors. And as those receptors fill up during the day, you get more and more tired. Your muscles get more and more relaxed, it gets harder to think, and finally it gets your reticular activated system and your brainstem going, and then you fall asleep. And the thing about that is, caffeine is not exactly the same as adenosine, but it's really close to the shape of adenosine. And so it'll click into the adenosine receptors and block that receptor's ability to take in adenosine, so you don't get tired. There's a lot of other effects. It is a stimulant, so you do a lot of extra stuff. It keeps you moving. But that blocking adenosine is one of the biggest things that happens. Now, your body isn't stupid. Your body likes a baseline of things. And if you block those receptors with caffeine, your body is not amused. And there is a fly in here I just noticed, so thumbs up. But yeah, your body is not amused. And of course, like any substance, because it's being blocked, it needs to do what it has to do, it grows more receptors. So you have to drink more caffeine to fill those receptors. And so your body goes, and grows more receptors. So you have to keep upping the amount of caffeine you drink to block the effect. So eventually, the amount needed to block all the receptors would be greater than the amount that would kill you. But by that time, instead of the big leaps and bounces when you're just starting the game, it's the micro movements up at the end of the game until boom. So thumbs up on that. And I just thought I'd talk about caffeine and such like that, and how it affects you, and how I am moderately healthy for my age and all that. Usually my pulse only really goes up if I do something like eat bad food. If I eat like a bag of Little Debbie's donuts, my pulse will go up, sometimes up to as much as 100. So I do have negative reactions to garbage food. It just drives my pulse up. But from physical activity, if I walk up and down the stairs, my pulse barely moves. It just stays even. So it is good to go walkies. It is good to do that. It really, really helps your cardiovascular system quite a bit. So try to walk as best you can. It takes time. It takes time. I've been doing this for 6 years now. I've been walkies, and it's taken time to get me going a lot. Because I started off just going around the block, and then I go around the block a couple times a day, and then I started expanding the size of my walks, and then I went and extended too far. I still think I like walking 6 miles on a round trip, Walmart and back, but when I come back that long of a trip, it has usually inflamed the nerves of my back and my legs, and I just can't sit anymore. I have to go to bed afterward, and that sucks. So, yay on that. I am dehydrated. Last night I went and had some Pringles chips, and I really like salty stuff, of course, and then add that with the fact that I use a lot of caffeine, and caffeine is a diuretic, which means it sucks fluid out of your body. My mouth is still really feeling dehydrated, and so I know that because I've eaten those salty chips, the skin of my lips is going to get so dry at one point there, it's all going to be peeling off. So yay. Oh well on that. Life is life. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I am not, bleh. Once again, my apologies for the rental tongue syndrome. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up each one I do. Answer as many as my executive dysfunction will allow. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count an American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, with my depression, fibro, mourning, ADHD, and more, I'm sometimes lucky I can remember what my own name is. So we have Tom, CIASTYY, thumbs up and thank you. Bone Daddy, I am not quite sure, but thank you. Ben Townsend, greatly appreciated, and thank you for the link. Confused Owl 29, good to see you in the comments again. And did you ever check out that one song? And then we have Jesus Sebastian, thumbs up, and Ricky Bettini with the daily reminder to live every day to its fullest. And we have Joe, greatly appreciated, and good to see you. We have Naughton A, thumbs up. There's Colin Reisner, greatly appreciated. King Stilo, thumbs up with Alien 2004, thumbs up and thank you. James Brentnell, greatly appreciated. Nando Rice Charuti, thumbs up and good to see you in the comments. We have Dana, thumbs up, and then Bubs, greatly appreciated. Christopher Thomas, thumbs up and thank you. We have Sayu with a ideogram after that. Din Corta, greatly appreciated, and soon I will have to give a full story on everything. Ice Damon, greatly appreciated, and that is it. Thank you, each and every one of you, for your comments. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, stumbling over my words so that I sound like I don't know how to talk. Thumbs up and thank you, each and every one of you. It is a very good thing. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link down below. If you'd like to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wish list link as well, with things like hamster food, hamster bedding, Reptisand, cat food. If you could check it out, that'd be very cool. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool and greatly appreciated. And of course, the duck head of scorn, even though it wears the I cannot talk today, my sincere apologies. The great and powerful artifact, the lobster hat. It only uses its scorn as a method of negative reinforcement. It does wish the best for us. Only its scorn and mockery is very, very severe. The horse head of encouragement is still out there. It is still attempting to regain its lost throne. So be strong. Be strong. And of course, Black Lives Matter and stop Asian hate. Good golly, Miss Molly. And during these hard times, try to stay as safe and creative as you possibly can. It is important. A very good thing. So, if you don't have to go out, please don't. And if you do, wear a mask, wash your hands, try not to touch your face, maintain your social distancing. If you haven't been vaccinated and you are eligible, please sign up to get one. And if you aren't yet, like I'm not eligible yet, as soon as you are, sign up, because as soon as I can get one, I am. Thumbs up on that. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is a definite thumbs up. That rim around, like all here as well too.